Replaced Casa Cipriani. We were talking for a while. That's when Sai told us a little bit more about Uba's boyfriend, where he lived, what he does.
Exactly. Thank you.
I said that she's dating someone in CT on camera.
But that wasn't on camera. You're saying this.
You said it was on camera, Amber. You said it was not on camera.
Here we go. Here the fuck we go.
That is her business. That is her story to tell. You don't agree that.
You don't think you said all this stuff?
Hold on, let Candy talk.
Your ass is on tape saying it.
I should have kept my good eye on that bulbous ass forehead bitch. I knew she wasn't no good, and I went against my better judgment, and look at us now.
What's up, y'all? It's Brian Keith, and I'm back with another video. Today, we're going to talk about the Real Housewives of New York, Season 14, Episode 14, the finale. And I can say that if it single-handedly wasn't for Brynn, the finale would have been a dud. Everything leading up to the finale was cute, but if we would have, the height of it would have been like the parrot costume.
I want my money back.
Yeah. But, you know, Brynn, she put her messy producer hat on. She literally is an agent of chaos and confusion. And she threw her friendship under the bus. And to be honest, she single-handedly gave Sai a storyline for season 2. I know. Y'all don't want her back. But I'm sorry, y'all. She gave her a storyline for Uba and for Sai. Y'all like, comment, subscribe. Let's get into the mess of it all.
Yeah, let me check my shit real quick. Hotter than the fire coming out my flaming lips. You wanna play with me? You can't play in me. On the playground, bitch, you can't play with me. Got it, wanted, securing the bag.
All right, so the episode opens up with Uba and Aaron going to Central Park. You know, they're going ice tubing, almost like motorized, like on the ice, like ice skating, but just in tubes. It was really cute. You know, they're vibing and bonding. You know, after the whole Anguilla situation, they're trying to get back on one accord with their friendship because they were the closest coming in too. It was like Uba and Aaron. Then it was like Brynn, Sai. It's funny how the dynamics has really switched over, right? So, you know, they step to the side and Uba and Aaron starts talking about, you know, being in a great place. You know, Aaron's happy that Uba and her could go out and just have a good time together.
Just, you know what? We had so much fun the other night.
Wait, it's just me and you talking right now. She's talking to Uba. I'm sitting with you.
And then, you know, they segue over to the whole swingers night and how Sai and Justin got into it. Aaron feels like she understands why Sai is so upset. Obviously, you know, she's going to be very biased because she don't like Jessel. And I just wish that she would just stand in it like, girl, if you don't like her, you don't fool with her, you just don't. Cool, it's fine. At the end of the day, we see what happened. Jessel is the fan favorite. Who knew? That's another thing. I did not predict, could not predict Jessel being the fan favorite. When I came to the show, my two favorites was Brynn and Sai. Well, look at me now. Right. Aaron brings up the whole Hobbit situation about questioning the question about his wife, like, why do you love your wife, blah 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 blah. And you know, Uba's reaction was the same with mine because his reaction was, you know, I'm happy that I can be with someone that let me do what I want to do.
Say something nice about your wife in front of all these, like, she's amazing, she's a lovely mother.
Personally, in my own weird way, I think that was the most loving thing someone could say to someone.
And I'm happy that she can, you know, be with me in that. And she was just like, that's a weird answer. This is your opportunity to say great things about your wife. But like I was with Uba, it's just like at the end of the day, you should want to be with somebody that you make them feel just as comfortable in a relationship as they do you. And, you know, they feel very much, you know, authentic to self instead of trying to put up a facade for you. So I feel like what he said wasn't bad at all. So I was just like, for them, just like, oh my God, I can't believe they put in 20 on 10. And Jessel, I hope when she comes to the reunion, girl, give it to him. Yeah. Uber brings up David's, you know, Sai's husband's comment about her being married and, you know, about her being single. And, you know, basically they feel like he wasn't trying to be mean, but it was very insensitive. And we're in a day and age that a woman doesn't need a man. Women are dominating the world by themselves. For me, I feel like if a woman wants to find a partner or be in a woman or man, if they want to find a partner or, you know, be in a space where they are, you know, trying to find themselves, they can do that. So for David to bring in that comment, I get that when he explained it later on, it wasn't trying to be, you know, insensitive. But it was, and it was just very much, you know, let's not have that conversation right now. you know, because we don't know what's going on with her. We don't know who she dating. We don't know anything yet. But yeah, I feel like, you know, people should just, you know, follow what they want to do, you know. You know, Uber got Mr. Connecticut. But who knows? And Uber basically brings it up. Uber's like, you know, this has been a great time for me to bond with Erin and let her know, like, you know, I'm dating someone, this and the third. But if I tell her about Mr. Connecticut, baby, New York's gonna know by the time I get back home.
Erin is New York time. If I told Erin about this, everyone and their mother and their children will know.
No, ma'am. So we traveled to Jenna's house, and Jess was there basically staging a photo shoot. And, you know, it's for her new jewelry line that's coming out for, I think in the Middle East. Jenna states that when Jess reached out to her about using her apartment for a backdrop, she was like, girl, I'll gladly help. That's not even a problem. She was like, I've used my apartment for at least more than 50 photo shoots anyway. Girl, go right ahead. So, you know, Jenna's walking around her apartment trying to help, you know, this and the third, trying to, you know, fix certain things. And like, Jessica was like, girl, am I mad that Jenna's over here trying to help the backdrop? No, I can't afford her in real life. So girl, do what you gotta do. Help me out for free. So just Jenna had to basically leave her apartment to go get some supplies, and Uber's coming up, and Uber's like, girl, the elevator is broke. Like, what are we doing? So she basically had to climb the elevators. Uber gets upstairs, and you know, she's over here winded. But they go to the bathtub, random, to talk about, you know, what's going on, what's the tea, what's the sitch, right?
Bryn and Jenna came over on Friday. Anyway, Bryn is telling me about all this that, like, Erin and Sai are saying about.
So Jessel tells Uber that, you know, she meets with Bryn and Jenna a few days ago, talk about Erin and Sai, and, you know, about the whole marriage thing. And, you know, Uber feels like, you know, Sai and Erin's comments are just absurd to be talking about her marriage. Like, why are you talking about Pavitt and like this negative way? And I think this really is the first time, I don't think any other husband has got it like Pavitt. Really. And it could, especially word on the street. But I know I ain't gonna talk too much about the words on the street because there's a lot of rumors going around. This was basically like, you know, don't talk about my husband. He's off limits. Like, if you want to say something, say it about me. It was what it was. Uber feels like if you're gonna talk about people's families, husbands, kids, girl, I mean, it's low class. So Uber asked Jessel, okay, for Bryn's birthday, are you gonna talk to them? What's going on? And Jessel's like, at the end of the day, I'm gonna keep it short, keep it sweet, I'm gonna keep it moving. It is what it was.
Are you planning to speak to them in Bryn's birthday? I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. You know, if I address it, it's gonna be short, it's gonna be sweet. 1, 2, 3, exit.
I'm just like, okay, let's see. So, you know, we see Sai meet Bryn at Central Park, and basically Bryn is going to have a memorial, a tree planted there for her grandmother. So she's trying to find a plot for her grandmother. We see, you know, they talk about Sai and Bryn talk about, you know, Bryn's grandmother, and they bond over, you know, a common struggle of, you know, passing of a loved one. And I just find it funny, and I wish that Sai would give Jessel the same grace, because Sai, you know, comparing, you know, she's giving a relatable story as well. And my whole thing is, you can do it, and, you know, to make her feel more comfortable, but Jessel can't do it. I feel like a lot of people, when someone gives like a very deep story, sometimes just sitting there, it just depends on the situation, but just someone just sitting there just listening can make someone feel like they're alone, can make someone feel like they're you know, emotionally dumping on you. So I feel like it's one of those things where people give a similar story back to make the other person feel, 1, comfortable, 2, that they're not alone, and 3, it's a situation where it's like, at the end of the day, I understand your common struggle and I've been there before. So it makes them open up more and feel like it's a safe space. So I just feel like that's what Sai was doing, but I feel like that's what Jessel was trying to do too, and Sai just was not here for it. She was like, oh, you're trying to compare stories. Girl, how am I trying to compare stories when at the end of the day, the end result is the same thing? So we see a tree across like the pond, and you know, it's like a willow. One of the guys that's, you know, walking around was like, you know, it's a willow tree. She's like, oh my God, my grandmother loved those. And then Sai's like, oh my God, the ducks, look at the ducks walking by. Bryn breaks down, she starts crying, but you know, they go over to the tree, and that's the one that she wants. And you know, I'm just happy for Bryn to actually do something like that for her grandmother. Like, I love my grandma down, that's my girl. Even though she tear my nerves up half the time, but that's my girl, right? So, you know, we see Jessel and Pavitt at the house, just, you know, trying to get ready for this whole party. And, you know, Pav basically asked Jessel, like, okay, so what's going to happen? Like, if you see them, what's going on? And Jessel just let have. She's like, at the end of the day, I don't got time for them. They want to talk about my marriage. I'm not for them. They don't need to see me. At the end of the day, we don't have to be friends. We don't have to be cool. It is what it was. It was what it is. I said, okay, Jessel.
Like, I talk subject as much as other people's lives. I'm not sure why Aaron and Sai are causing issues.
Justin said, look, I'm not for y'all. I'm over. Film is going to be done in 12 hours, girl. Deuces. Right? After that whole conversation, we segue over and we see Sai and Aaron at a costume shop, and they're basically shopping for masquerade masks. So Bryn's party, the theme is like a masquerade. Bring a mask. And also on the invitation is bring someone that you're sleeping with currently or want to sleep with. You know, the girl is hypersexual, and at some point, the bit gets old. Let it go. All right. So, you know, they bring up swingers, and Sai says that she's still annoyed at Jessel, but she doesn't care. Right? She's like, I'm so annoyed, but you don't care. Okay. So Sai tells Aaron, you know, Jessel called you a pet parrot, and Aaron's like, what? Really? That's funny. I'm not a pet parrot, but that's funny. Oh my God.
And she called you a pet parrot.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't know if she called you a pet
She were
parrot.
talking to Uba, and I was like, well, my pet parrot's not even listening right now.
To be honest, I feel like Sai's more of a pet parrot than Aaron, because one thing I say about Aaron is Aaron will randomly just be like,
so you said that you're freezing your eggs, but they wanted you to go through your phone with sperm donors? Yeah, you're lying, right?
Like, Aaron will call you out quick. And I feel like Sai has done more of the reiterating than Aaron has. But, I mean, I get it. But I do feel like Sai has been holding her own in the last 2 episodes. So, hey, damn near 3. Aaron tells Sai that, you know, Uba was offended by David's comment. Obviously, Sai's going to stand by her husband, just like, you know, he didn't mean that way. He was just trying to give her a compliment, saying that, you know, you're so beautiful, you're so amazing, that you should have someone. But regardless of the fact, like, at the end of the day, she was offended, and people have to realize that that is a touchy subject, because they might be in a era in their life that they want to be by themselves and, you know, have someone. Like me right now, I'm in a space that I'm just doing me, working, focus on my career, try to conquer corporate America. But also, you know, I'm having dates and little rendezvous here and there. But, you know, not too much about me. Not too much about me. Sai tells Aaron that, you know, Uba is dating a guy. Mind you, she brought this up unprovoked. Because she said that, oh, yeah, it slipped out. I was like,
She's fine. She's very happy. She's in a good place. I mean, she's dating someone.
Who is she dating?
It's not your business.
Girl, shut the fuck up.
Girl, you brought this up unprovoked. Like, I mean, you just wanted to get into the mess and kiki. And you said it on camera. So that's you. If you wanted to... My whole thing with the whole Sai telling Aaron in this moment, if she wanted to say it off camera, girl, you said it off camera. Cool. But you said it on camera. You could have ended the conversation and called it a day. But you didn't, right? It said, she's like, yeah, you know, Uba's dating the guy, but, you know, I can't tell you because it's none of my business. Girl, the oxymoron that you just said, girl, what are you talking about? You can't tell her who it is because it's none of your business, but you still told her anyway? Girl, get the fuck out of here. So then Sai tells Aaron, you know, please keep this between you and me. You know, I told Uba that I would not share this with nobody, this and the third. But I was just like, girl, you still chose to tell her, and you still going on and on and on and on and on and on, and then you did it again. Aaron feels a way that, you know, Sai knows more about Uba's dating situation than she does, because she felt like she's closer to her. They had a great moment, this, that, and third. And, you know, Sai regrets basically bringing it up because she told Uba that she wouldn't.
Much closer with Uba, or I had been. You know, we had a great day in Bryant Park, but I think we're both treading lightly right now. But it doesn't mean that it doesn't sting.
Time for the party. We see Bryn at the venue. It's like gold, balloons everywhere. Really cute venue. You could definitely give like finale, you know. Sai and David arrive first, followed by Aaron and Abe. Uba arrives, and then Jenna comes with a friend. So Bryn, you know, like she said, like bring someone that, you know, you either want to, that you're currently hooking up with or you want to hook up with. But Aaron, Jenna's like, this is just a friend. This is like, you know, that's what it was. Jenna and Bryn kissed for her birthday. But, you know, I think that might be the last kissing that they might do, because I just found out on Watch What Happens Live that Miss Jenna got a girlfriend. In a ring. I don't know what's going on, but I'm here for it. And people are saying that Jenna might not return next season. I think she's gonna return because Jenna has had a very cute season, and they do this a lot to a lot of the, you know, successful women that come onto the show, especially Beverly Hills. When Denise came onto the show her first season, it was very cute. Her second season, they ate that ass up and she was gone. Garcelle came on the first season, it was very cute. The second season, bitch, they over here said she wasn't donating to charities. They over here started tearing her up, tagging her. But Garcelle was that girl. She really, you know, she made it through. I feel like with Jenna, season 2 on Jenna, if it's not going to be a Brynn takedown, it's going to be a Jenna takedown. I don't know why, I just feel it. I just feel it. So Jessa walks in with Pave, and the girls, you know, she see the girls, she walk up to Brynn, Aaron, and Sai, and some other girl. Mind you, they were already talking about Jessa, like, oh, you know, when she come here, I'm over it. It's not that big of a deal. I don't really care. So when Jessa walked in, Brynn's like, trying to get their attention to shut up. And see, Brynn, she's too sneaky.
Hi guys. Hi.
But she walk over, and Jessa basically gives a general hello, and everybody's like hello. She's like, okay, cool, you know, all the kids, and then she dipped, right? So Aaron's like, oh, so I don't get a, you know, hello or a hug? Like, really? Like, I didn't do anything to you. I'm just like, Aaron, she gave you a general hello, girl. Like, it's a party. She trying to mingle around. Y'all really not that cool. So, and then I just heard that you talked about my husband. Have you lost your mind? Girl, I would have paid that. I would have paid Aaron dust, literally. So, you know, Aaron basically went to Sai. She's just like, Sai, like, I didn't even do nothing to her. What's going on? And Sai's like, girl, I don't care. You did me a favor. Thank you for not speaking to me, Jessel. Thank you. So she goes to her husband. She's like, Abe, I didn't even do nothing to her. She's over here just like not speaking to me, like I did something. Like, what is going on? And Abe was like, why don't you just go talk to her and just like, you know, you say hi to her.
But she's ignoring me. That's exactly what I've asked for.
She didn't even say hi to me. What did I do?
What do you think I said her?
So we see Aaron then go over to Sai, just like, hey, oh my God, like, is there an issue? Like, you didn't say hi? And Aaron just was like, I did say hi. She was like, no, you didn't. We see the flashback. She obviously said hi. Everybody reciprocated the, you know, response. And then basically Jessel just gets right into it.
Okay, well, you know, I heard that you were saying all this about my husband. Like, he doesn't wear a ring and that he goes to Vietnam. And
she's like, at the end of the day, she was like, you've been talking about my husband, you've been talking about my marriage, and I don't find that funny or cool. So at the end of the day, like, you really just need to watch your mouth. And Aaron's just like, that's not true. She's like, I just say what I feel in the moment. I'm just like, girl, it didn't mean that you didn't say nothing about her marriage. And you did. So I'm just like, you can't say it's not true and then throw it off of, I just say what I mean in the moment. Girl, bye. So Sai walks over.
all I'm saying is, Brynn told me the stuff that you were saying about my husband. I was clearly upset. Just FYI, like, I heard you don't like me, so like, you know, let's just.
And then Jessel just took her attention from Aaron to Sai. She was just like, and you. She's like, I heard that you don't like me. That's fine. We don't gotta be cool. It is what it was. And Sai just like,
Okay.
I don't want to be best friends with you, but you know, I don't have a problem with you. And just like me either. I don't want to be best friends with you. We could keep it cool, keep it cute. And then she was like, okay, cool. We good? Okay. And walk off. And then Sai's face is just like,
Not that I don't like you, I just don't want to be best friends. I don't want to be best friends either. Last thing I need to do is sit there and paint nails and braid hair.
she's like, I didn't even say we weren't cool. Just caught off guard. It was funny. So Aaron and Jessel, you know, step to the side and go get drinks because, you know, Jessel offered like, girl, let's go get drinks since you're so pressed. And, you know, Aaron tries to flip the situation like, you know, I heard horrible things about me that you said, and you know, when I'm mad, I don't lash out at you. I'm like, Aaron, yes you do. Girl, yes you do. Girl, you be going up. Like the whole situation with Uber. Girl, if you wouldn't have said, Uber, don't say my name, it wouldn't have went up how it went. But whatever, Aaron, you don't want to be, you know, Miss Perfect, right? So Aaron tells Jessel about, you know, the mobile burn book. And Jessel's like, at the end, that's crazy. I would not do that. That is so crazy.
That is so psychotic, and I don't do that.
And by the way, to call me a pet parrot multiple times is, first of all, it's ridiculous.
I'm just like, Jessel, girl, it's on camera. Don't lie now. Stand there and say, yeah, girl, I got everything down from A to motherfucking Z. You want me to reiterate? Let me put my phone on. Let me tell you what I said. Like, you do something. And Aaron brings up the whole pet parrot comment. She's like, I'm not a pet parrot. Like, what are you talking about, pet parrot? Brandon comes over and just, you know, starts making the situations worse. Like, you can tell that she's trying to gas Jessel up and she's trying to add more fuel to the fire. I feel like Brandon's a producer on Pet. And that's just what it is.
With being ratchet. No, there's a way in your voice and your loveliness to stand up for yourself. Why are you calling it pet parrot? It's nice.
So Bryn's being messy, low-key, and trying to amp Jessel up, like I said. And, you know, she's like, you're not mad enough. That's the problem. You're not mad enough. You're not angry enough. You need to go at it. You need to go get them. And Jessel's like, at the end of the day, like, I don't have to express anger to get my point across. Like, at the end of the day, understand what I'm saying. It was what it was. And Bryn tells Jessel that, you know, you don't stand up for yourself and handle yourself. And I just feel like Bryn doesn't see the whole situation because Bryn is actually living it while filming. Like, we watch the playback and we see that Jessel on the one-on-ones, you know, going at it with Aaron in the beginning, then going at it with Sai, and then, you know, she handled herself the best way I feel like she can, and she doesn't have to go up and go crazy. So I feel like Jessel has handled herself great. So Bryn brings everyone together and they sit them down and she's like, you know what, this is something I do with my family, which is like, I think it's great to do that with family members because family members shouldn't hit below the belt. But with friends, girl, to air out grievances, girl.
Air grievances, and there's something that has ran personally in my family. I was thrown off when we were sitting with Jenna and you called Sai bipolar.
Even so, I was like, girl, why are we doing this? So Bryn's just like, yeah, you know, so Papa, you basically called Sai bipolar. You retracted the statement, but then you basically ended it off with, she's a bitch.
I take it back, and he goes, she's just being a f***ing bitch.
Did I call Sai a bitch? Probably. And if I didn't, she's a bitch.
So obviously Sai's just like, she's like, don't get confused me being direct as me being a bitch. So yeah, and then she went in her confessional just like, you know, basically saying something about bipolar. Her mother was bipolar. Sheila is not cool. Obviously, I just felt like he was just speaking in jest, and they didn't bring up the fact that he was defending his wife. And, you know, Jessel basically told him to retract it. But he was defending his wife. He was on the side of his wife. So I was not mad at him trying to stand in solidarity with Jessel. So then Sai's like, at the end of the day, your wife lies, and that's just what she does, and she doesn't make sense. And Jessel's like, when have I lied?
He is being a bitch with being honest. I'm straightforward with your wife. Sometimes she lies. She says things that don't make sense to me. What am I lying about?
Like, let me know. And then Sai's like, about the whole Vietnam trip? And she's just like, girl, who cares? Who cares? Because it's old, it's stupid. We already told the story twice. So who cares about it? And then Sai starts yelling like, no one cares.
The Vietnam thing, for example. Who cares? No one gives a f***, Jessel. Don't yell at me. Obviously, I have to yell if you're not gonna...
No one cares. I'm like, but Sai, you clearly do. You know who really don't care? Jenna. Jenna been sitting there like... Jenna be sitting there cute. That's who really don't care, right? So, you know, we see the flashback, and obviously Sai has her information mixed up. I wonder how she feels now, because I would feel so stupid. But, you know, Uba gets up, and as Pavic basically is trying to walk away, he defends himself. Great. But she's like, girl, can we stop? Like, this is irrelevant. So everybody walks out and break off, right? Sai and Aaron go to the back, get the whole, try to put on the whole parrot costume. Jessel talks to David about why Sai doesn't like him. Sai comes over and he's basically just like, she likes you. She just wants you to be real and your authentic self.
The only thing Sai ever said to me about you was, I just want to know about Jessel.
Who she is. At the end of
And then Jessel's just like, you know, in her confessional, like, I respect Sai. I'm just like, girl, fuck that shit. After all the shit you went through with Sai this season, girl, she would have gotten my back to look at and my ass to kiss. Girl, bye. You crossed me once. I know how to work with you. Noted. Crossed me 4 times as Sai did. Girl, I don't have nothing else to say. We can keep it cute. But one thing I did like, she's just like, look, I'm not able to force it. We don't have to be friends. It is what it was. We can be cordial. Keep it at that. Aaron comes out with the pet parrot costume. It was a cute little bit. You know, everybody would start laughing. It was really cute.
This is kind of amazing. I don't know.
And I felt like being that everything was cute, Bryn was like, I don't like this. We need costume drama. Uber gets a phone call in the corner. We don't know who it was. It could have been her brother, her sister, her grandma, her aunt. Could have been her lawyer. We don't know who it could have been. But then Bryn walks over. She's just like, Uba, I heard you have a man in Connecticut.
Uba, I heard you got a man in Connecticut.
Oh no. Oh my God.
Bryn.
When I tell you, face crack, they were like, so Sai Aaron's like, oh my God. She's like, that's not cool. That's not cool. That's kind of fucked up. And, you know, in the confessional, Aaron let it be known that, you know, Sai Aaron took Bryn out for her birthday. And, you know, they told her, well, Sai told the tea. It told it in more detail, like where he lived, his profession, what he looks like.
That's when Sai told us a little bit more about Uba's boyfriend, where he lived, what he does.
So my thing is, Sai, you dropped the ball, regardless. To be honest, if you're gonna take it a step further, let's deep dive this just a little bit more. Bryn, trifling for bringing it up because you were being messy. Sai, untrustworthy because you told something when you shouldn't have on camera at that as well. And Uba, you should never told these girls in the first place. And sitting there shocked. Sai's like, Bryn, that's effed up. And Bryn's like, no, it's not. Uba goes over to Bryn and basically tells her, girl, shut the fuck up. She said, I would circumcise you, girl. Uba's like, Bryn heard this from Sai and still pissed off because Bryn, you know, aired it out. And I get it, but it's just like, make sure, you know, you can be mad at her, but you need be mad at the person that told everybody. So I'd be pissed off too because it's just invasion of privacy and you telling my personal business, right? So Bryn throws Sai under the bus and goes over to Uba and tells her that, you know, Sai said on camera,
I was never gonna ask you anything more. You have to not freak the out about everything from these bitches, but I'm going.
And she did. But Bryn, it's like, you did too. So I was like, I mean, I get it, but girl, you ain't any better. Uba gets up and tells everyone that she's leaving. She's like, I'm going home. Goodbye. Uba walks to Sai and Aaron. Uba tells Sai, I heard you say that on camera. And Sai was like, I never would. It's not my business to tell. I would never tell your business.
No one's business. I don't know who, and I don't know where.
I saw it.
And how did you know that? To God. That's what I said.
That's not my story to tell. I said, girl, now you over here trying to be, you know, Sojourner's Truth. I'm like, girl, how in the world you trying to be for the people and be for Uba when you were the one that told her business?
You don't think you said all this stuff?
Hold on, let Candy talk.
Your ass is on tape saying it.
So I'm just like, Sai, she was irritating me because she was like, it's her business to tell. I'm like, you doing all this trying to be Joan of Arc? Girl, you were the root and you were projecting because you knew that you got caught running your mouth. So it's just like, girl, goodbye. I ain't got time. So Uba's just like, okay, so how does she know the location? So what's going on? And I want Uba, like, girl, you need to get into it a little bit more because you went ham. You went ham on Aaron over here taking your phone, which I get. But when she told your personal business about who you dating that you didn't want nobody to know, everything's just like, I understand, Mia Moore. Fuck that Mia Moore shit, girl. It would have been
Period.
Bryn walks over to Sai and said basically, Sai, you told me that she was dating a guy in Connecticut. And Sai's like, no, I didn't. And then Aaron's giving away. She's like, yeah.
Okay, so I'm wrong with that. So I apologize for that. So that was your story to say. And I'm sorry to say. You said it on camera. She said it on camera. Yeah, she said it on camera.
Yeah. She's like, see, you did tell on camera. And then Sai tells her that, you know, I didn't say that. It's effed up to say that, blah, blah, blah. And then Sai starts yelling again. So I did not say it on camera.
Camera, you're saying this.
You said it was on camera, Amber. You said it was not on camera. That is her business. That is her story to tell.
You don't think you said all this stuff?
Hold on, let Candy talk.
Your ass is on tape saying it.
I'm like, girl, she is mad. Bryn was just basically wrong at the end of the day. Just because she was wrong because she wants to blame it on the alcohol. No, ma'am. And Sai was trying to blame it on alcohol, too. No, ma'am. Because you initially brought it up sober. Sorry. And then that night, you then went on to tell the rest of the story. So, no. Sai walks out and, you know, it was what it was. Everyone leaves Bryn's party and Bryn's there by herself, just dancing with her friends. like the agent of chaos she is, girl. Sai basically has a storyline to come back. I get it. Everybody's gonna be like, oh, I don't want Sai to come back, but she has a storyline to come back. The beef that she's gonna have with Bryn, that they're not best friends anymore, it went on like people and everything. I want all the ladies to come back. I want them to bring 2 new ladies, a friend and a, you know, another main housewife. Or, you know, I heard that they might be bringing back Leah McSweeney. I know y'all hate her. Well, I heard on the streets that people don't like her. I didn't mind her. I just thought Leah would just want to be a victim all the time and, you know, poor me. And on top of that, Julia Fox. I know she lives in New York. The girl's kind of fab. Bring her up there. We'll see what happens. See how the shit shake. But y'all, that was this season. I hope you guys like and enjoy. The reunion is next week, and you already know I'm about to be there for it all. I'm here for the mess. Y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Brian Keith, LG, Black Pete. Bet you didn't know we the Holy Trinity. Now let a God stop at y'all and break your head here. Step into the room and get up in the bed. It tastes sweet, that's cause I'm good. It tastes sour cause I'm better than the hood. Cause I get you hyper when I'm running all around cause I excite ya. Let me talk real quick. You can't even get with the shit. You wanna go toe to toe with my flow? This American all I really asking for. Now I got to go. Got. Bye bye.